Good afternoon. Welcome to a rain-soaked afternoon. This is Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Minutes ago, it dropped that Tennessee has picked up another addition to their secondary via the transfer portal. Jalen McMurray of Temple has committed, and this guy was just talk a little bit about him, and then we'll get into kind of where the secondary goes and where we're going from there. But McMurray was a 2022 freshman All-American at Temple. And then this year he played in 11 games. He missed one because of injury. But, just looking at his numbers, looking at what he's done this year. So he is 6'1", 180. He joins Jermon McCoy from Oregon State, who's also has the same measurables as well. But just looking at, let me go, I lost my place here a little bit. But so this year he finished with 39 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, 4 passes defended. In 2022, 49 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, an interception, 8 passes defended, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. So the rebuild in this secondary continues. Of course, Tennessee had 7 guys going out via the portal. With the portal and with your signing class, they have 7 guys coming in. I think it's safe to say that the talent in this room has intensified and amped up quite a bit. You add McMurray, you add McCoy from Oregon State via the portal, you add Jacoby Thomas from from Middle Tennessee State at safety. And then if you go to your recruiting class, they've added some talent there. You've added Boo Carter, you've added Caleb Beasley, you've added Farouk out of Baltimore, and you've added Marcus Gorey out of Cleveland as well. So that's a lot of talent that's coming to this room. Some of it obviously unproven coming in through high school, but others, they are proven through the college ranks. You have one Power 5 guy in McCoy coming from Oregon State, McMurray coming from Temple, again, Thomas coming from Middle Tennessee State there as well. I'm excited to see what these guys do in the spring. There's been, a lot of bickering, a lot of complaining about the secondary the last 3 years. And now all of a sudden, 7 guys hit the portal. And, I think the guys they'll miss the most are the guys that are going to the NFL. McCullough, Haddon was playing his best ball of the year when he got hurt, unfortunately. And Gabe Judy Lawley, I thought he done a decent job this year. Again, not perfect. But the guys that left to the portal, I'm sorry, but they're replaceable. All of them were replaceable this year. You're looking at coming back for next year, Jordan Thomas, Andre Turrentine. You're looking at had the roster pulled up here. Just maybe you're looking at Christian Harrison. I guess I'm excited about him just because knowing his dad. And his dad was a badass when he played. Just simple as that. You're looking at him. You're looking at Christian Conyer. You're looking at Jordan Matthews. We're looking at Ricky Gibson, who started in the bowl game. Christian Charles is still listed. I don't know what his role is. I didn't hear really hardly anything of him this year. I don't know if he was injured. I know he didn't play, so he obviously would have redshirted this year. So I'm not sure what his status is. If he'll be ready for spring ball. Is he transferring? Where's he going to factor in this year? Because he's a guy who's played corner, but he come in projected to play safety as well. And then you got John Slaughter as well. Saw a little bit of him in the bowl game. So there's going to be some talent in this room. I think there's questions about the safeties in particular. I think corners will be good. I do have some questions at safety. So does Turrentine continue to take that next step? Does Jordan Thomas continue to take that next step? Does Jacoby Thomas come in and insert himself into that role? Does Christian Charles possibly come back and factor in? Or does somebody else possibly move to that safety position? Does Boo Carter play there? From what I understood, he'd be a star. I'm really excited to see where they go in the spring, what it's going to look like in spring practice. And I dropped a video earlier talking about where 11 publications released their two early top 25 polls for 2024. Tennessee, their median in those was around 14.45, around at 14 and say, but they were really about 11 to 17, depending on the publication, as high as 11, as low as 17. Probably fair right now based on it, but I really think this team has potential to go higher than that. And I stated at the end of that video, I stated point blank, based on what I know right now, if this team is not in the 12-team playoff next year, I feel it's an underachievement. Maybe I'm putting my foot in my mouth. Maybe just being, I don't know. Maybe I just have too much expectations. But look at their schedule. If they can put this talent together, and there's still questions on that offensive line. I talked a little bit about that in the video earlier as well. I'll talk about that later in the week with video drop also. But thank you guys for tuning in with it. Just kind of tell you where I'm going moving forward. I'm going to drop either later tonight, early tomorrow, Mississippi State, Tennessee preview video for the basketball game tomorrow night at 7. What I'm excited about talking about is the portal additions to the baseball team. They've added a lot of talent down there. A lot of people know about Billy Emmett coming from Clemson. They know about Cannon Peebles coming from North Carolina State. Those were the headliners. But there's some under the radar guys who come in who's going to add a lot to that pitching staff. Some guys that are going to add some all around to the lineup as well, or at least for depth purposes. Excited to talk about that baseball team. Excited to kind of add in these transfer guys along with what Tennessee has coming back. So that's going to drop tomorrow as well. And then there'll be some football stuff along the way if we surprise commitment. And there is one on the watch right now. Will Tennessee hear anything from Lance Hurd, the offensive lineman from LSU? Hopefully they'll get some good news sooner rather than later. I mean, any point's good, obviously, but hopefully they'll get some good news in that regard because they do need offensive line help for sure. But again, as always, thank you guys. This channel's about 8 days old now. I've been happy with the response coming out of the gate. Keep going with this thing. Keep building on it, as there's a lot of stuff to cover with basketball in season, baseball coming up, and then of course football. You can cover football year round for sure, especially spring practice coming up, portal, recruiting, summer workouts, and then on into the fall. But my name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange. I hope you guys are staying dry, staying safe. Enjoy your day, and go Vols.